In the 21st century, information is much more accessible than ever. Many things that once mystified our grandparents are now easily explained with a quick search. As a result, it's gotten a lot harder to truly scare our generation. Yet despite having Google at a tap away, I'd still be drafting my will in panic if I caught sight of my body glowing.
Now imagine that Civil War soldiers were experiencing the same phenomenon. At that time, even a minor cut could be fatal, so deep, muddy and glowing wounds would have seemed like a death sentence. Yet when these soldiers were taken to field hospitals, a miracle occurred. Troops with glowing wounds recovered faster. This mysterious blue light was dubbed angel's glow, believed to be a blessing or kiss from an angel.
But when it comes to nature, it's not always that easy. Hello, my name is Lilith, and today we will try to understand nature's mysterious glow called bioluminescence. Unlike the artificial bulbs we rely on, bioluminescence is astonishingly efficient. When we produce light, much of energy is lost as heat. Nature, on the other hand, has perfected a process that generates pure illumination without waste.
The secret lies in a chemical reaction between luciferin, an organic molecule, and luciferase, an enzyme that speeds up the reaction. When luciferin is oxidized in the presence of oxygen, it emits photons, producing light with virtually no heat.
Nowhere is bioluminescence more breathtaking than in the deep sea, where it's not the exception, but the rule.
More than 75% of deep-sea creatures emit their own light, turning the ocean's black depths into an alien world of pulsing signals and shifting cues. The Atolla jellyfish, for instance, employs a stunning defense mechanism known as burglar alarm. When attacked, it releases an explosion of blue and red light, drawing attention to its predator in hopes of summoning something even larger and deadlier to intervene. The dragonfish, a terrifying hunter, produces its own red bioluminescence, a rarity in the deep, where most creatures see only blue light. This gives the dragonfish an invisible spotlight, allowing it to spot prey that remains oblivious to its presence. And then there is sea sparkle, a tiny planktonic organism responsible for the mesmerizing blue waves that sometimes wash onto shores at night. When disturbed, these microscopic creatures emit brief flashes of blue light, a defense mechanism meant to startle potential threats. But for humans, this natural fireworks display is a reminder that the ocean is not lifeless in the dark. It is, in fact, alive with its own kind of fire.
Though less common, bioluminescence also exists beyond the sea.
Fireflies are perhaps the most familiar example, lighting up summer nights with their rhythmic flashes. But glowing organisms also exist on land in more surprising forms.
The strange glow reported in Civil War soldiers' wounds was later linked to Photohaptus luminescens, a bioluminescent bacterium. Likely introduced via battlefield soil, the bacteria infected wounds and emitted a faint bluish-green light as a part of their metabolic process. This bacteria also produced antimicrobial compounds to fend off other microbes, essentially sterilizing the wounds and reducing the risk of infection. For a time before antibiotics, that would have seemed like a miracle. While it's still unclear why they appeared in such large numbers during the war, researchers believe they thrived in the damp, muddy, nutrient-rich conditions common on Civil War battlefields.
On the other side of the world, with rich soil in the dense rainforests of Brazil, green fungi glow faintly from decaying woods, a phenomenon known as foxfire. In North America, the jack-o'-lantern mushroom produces ear light, best seen in complete darkness. While the exact purpose of this glow remains debated, some scientists believe it attracts insects that help spread fungal spores.
But let's go back to the sea. The deep ocean is particularly rich in bioluminescent species.
The lanternfish, making up nearly two-thirds of the ocean's midwater biomass, uses photophores along its belly to blend in with the faint sunlight from above. The cookie cutter shark, a small but scary predator, does the same. making it nearly invisible to predators looking up from below. But its bioluminescent trickery doesn't stop there. It also has a non-glowing color that mimics the silhouette of a fish, luring unsuspecting prey into a striking range before the shark takes a perfect, circular bite out of them.
Bioluminescence has evolved independently at least 40 times in different branches of life. An extraordinary case of convergent evolution. But why? Some theorists suggest it began as a way to neutralize harmful oxygen molecules before being repurposed for survival tactics. Others propose that deep-sea bioluminescence evolved as a form of communication in otherwise sightless world.
As researchers continue to decode its mysteries, we're beginning to realize that the story of living light is far from over. It may be just the beginning.
The glowing creatures of our planet may hold the key to groundbreaking discoveries in medicine, environmental sustainability, and even space exploration. The natural glow of certain organisms is no longer just a spectacle. It is a resource waiting to be tapped. Bioluminescence has a big potential, you see, inspiring some of the most cutting-edge startups. Everything from eco-friendly lighting to medical breakthroughs.
The most ambitious in the field is startup named Glowy, a French company working to create streetlights powered by glowing bacteria. By engineering strains of Alevibrio fischeri, the same bacteria that help certain squid glow, the company hopes to replace energy-hungry urban lighting with sustainable, self-powered bioluminescent systems. Their vision extends beyond just that. Bioluminescence could be integrated into architecture, road signage, and even clothing.
Another leader in the field, Light Bio, has developed the first ever continuously glowing plants.
By incorporating genes from bioluminescent fungi into common household plants, they have created living organisms that emit light without the need of electricity. Once science fiction, this concept is now a reality, with the potential to revolutionize indoor lighting and even create natural nighttime illumination for city streets and parks.
On the medical front, bioluminescence is making waves in diagnostics and disease tracking.
The company Prolum specializes in using bioluminescent proteins for imaging and research, allowing scientists to visualize cellular processes in real time. This technology is particularly useful in cancer research, where glowing markers help track the spread of tumor cells and assess the effectiveness of treatments. Firefly Bio is pioneering new methods of detecting infections and other diseases using bioluminescent tags. Their technology makes it possible to detect pathogens at extremely low concentrations, leading to earlier diagnosis and more effective treatments.
Who knows, maybe in the future we may see bioluminescent biosensors integrated into wearable technology, providing continuous health monitoring without invasive procedures. But despite all these advancements, we are still only scratching the surface of what bioluminescence can offer. Every year, new glowing species are discovered and new applications emerge from the lab. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of nature's light, one thing is clear. The future may not be illuminated by artificial bulbs, but by the very organisms that have been glowing for millions of years. Bioluminescence is no longer just a spectacle. It is a blueprint for a brighter and more sustainable future. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video.